I love reading about people who are forced to create under pressure, like comedians, journalists, professors. They are forced to write for their profession. How do they overcome these creative blocks? They don't have the luxury of waiting until they feel ready. They'll dive into books like Professors as Writers just to see what are they talking about, what strategies they give. In the book, it says writing, much like drawing and talking, is aided by consciousness, only in limited ways. Consciousness, the rational self-talk we engage in at times, helps with pre-planning and with editing tasks, but consciousness hinders writing when it produces the self-awareness, the readiness to judge and blame, and obsessiveness. Similarly, writing often proceeds most smoothly and fluently when writers work without conscious reflection of what they're writing. When they do so, writers master a most important skill. They learn to write without feeling ready, without feeling fully in control, without awaiting inspiration. They learn to proceed quickly and without looking back. How many of you would love to proceed with your writing quickly, without looking back, without feeling ready, without awaiting inspiration? It reminds me of what Yogi Berra said. You can't think and hit at the same time. And I know this to be true from years of growing up playing competitive basketball. You can overthink it and you'll miss. In fact, sometimes free throws are the hardest to make simply because the game stops. You actually have time to think. It sounds strange, but the key is not to think. The thinking and all that goes into when you're practicing, when you're mastering the fundamentals, when you're mastering the motions of the shot. That's your time to think. When it's game time, you don't want to think. It screws you up. You can't think. You can't think about the crowd, can't think about the audience. You can't think about anything. You just gotta be in the game.